Merlin sounds great here. I guess we'll do this. So Prowler's enabled next turn. Obviously, we're losing the center. Okay, and now I'm waiting one more turn for this, I think. Okay, we have to deny them the Ant Maze, and their Cosmo went into a location that didn't hurt us. Oh, Great Web makes things incredibly messy. Yeah, that seems great, right? Actually nuts. Uh, can I win this game? I don't think we can win this game. There's a lot of permutations for how this last turn can play out, but I don't think any of them end with me winning. Final answer. I'm sorry, what? Who? My name is... Beauty. Witter? Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Do, do. Do, 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 do. This game honestly kind of highlights why the snapping mechanic is so sad. Because, like, I felt so defeated and crushed here. And I was like, there's no way this is worth playing out. But I was like, well, it's, you know, it's Conquest and I don't care. So, like, I sat there and I noodled what my best possible was. And then we won it. And it's sweet to play to low percentage outs and see how the game plays out. Snap needs more of that. It's a fun part of card games, looking at it and trying to figure out the angle. Something to think about with this deck with Mercury is that she's really good as your finishing card on turn 5, because that way your Shu Lao can add power to any of the lanes cleanly. I would like to feel the presence of the Omniverse. Please, deck. Think I'm punting the center, and by that I mean I can still Mercury into their next turn. Oh, I should have ended the dog on the right. Or in the center. I should have ended it not in the Lockheed path. So Jeff could be good in Mercury's place as well. Yeah, if you're missing Mercury, Jeff is fine there. All right, another good card too. Oh, wow, that's super punishing. Holy. Final answer. So I'm using up Nico's demon spell just as like a waste here, because I want the dog to jump more. Because if I demon the Cosmic Ghost Rider, the dog won't jump. Oh, I messed up jumping the dog. I needed to use the Omniversal Presence first. Mistakes are made. Merlin's like, change one location. How about change every location? Howdy, Grant. Not a particularly exciting opener for us here. Awkward set of locations. Does Shulau care about 2 cards per turn exactly, or 2+? 2+. This is crazy, chat. So crazy, it just might work. Is your favorite Prowler Werewolf list? No, it's just the one I had in my deck editor. Sarah's a real weird inclusion in their deck. Makes us relatively large on the left. Oh, wow. We're probably cooked then. I think we can compete with them having an extra turn here. All right, A to BRB for 1 minute, gamers. Hold on. Oh, children. Oh, no! Misdrawn 2 cards. Damn kids. Would have been very good. That's fine. We have the yellow jacket draw a werewolf and jump the werewolf on turn 3 now. We'll have werewolf, jump it with yellow jacket on 3, prowler enabled on 4, super clean. I believe. Come on. Come on, Pupper. Unlucky. I like it. I like it. By ending on the Nico 2x here, we get to double her up to 6, which is nice. Did having kids change my politics at all? No, I was a decent human being before I procreated. Statement that I wish was said more often. Yep. Having kids didn't change my politics, but certainly instilled more fear. Mood, so yeah. What's your demographics like for this channel? It's about 40% men 25 to 34. And then 35 to 44 is the next biggest chunk. And then varying bits of others after that. With, I think, the most fun stat being, and I would bet I'm one of the few gaming channels on the internet that can say this, is my audience has more 65 plus than it does under 18. Using the Ghost Rider proactively might get us here. Aging for me has been like the cha-cha slide, but we only slided left. Yeah, I've definitely gone further left the older I've gotten, but I don't think that's related to my kids. It's just related to the state of looking around the world and having eyes. Oh yeah, Chameleon by Jocasta. I wish they hadn't snapped, because, like, I'm not going to give them the satisfaction, but, like, this deafening chord hitting the 1 and 3 would be so fucking gas. We're 1 and 3 to win the game on the spot. I don't think we can reasonably stay. I should hold the, we're just so favored in this matchup. And that says, I don't snap properly in Conquest super often, so we don't talk about this a lot anymore, but the more favored you are in a matchup, the less risks you should take while playing it. So, like, we're a Nico Merlin deck against a Limbo deck, and we also have Cosmic Ghost Rider and Cord against their end of turn stuff, right? Like, we just have so many ways to profitably interact, and there's no way we're supposed to take any risks here. Just gonna put them in a trash can. Definitely Merlin on 2 with all the squirrels here. And this cord is worse than... I'm using the cord proactively here because it's worse than it otherwise could be because of all the squirrels everywhere. Oh my goodness! What a cord, chat. What a cord. If I ended the dog here with Werewolf... Okay, wait, hold on. I go this, 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 this. The dog ends here and I have open space everywhere? Yeah, that's the play. Victory. Do we save Omni in case they magic? No, honestly, I think the way they're set up is if they magic, I'm still in a decent spot. I'm not going to auto-snap them on 1 because I don't want to be 2 to 4. But if we get it, if it looks like our hand's going to be good, we will still press the button. I have a hard time contesting Patriot, so I think I'm doing that rather than getting Hood down. Because Hood we should hopefully be able to clear with Merlin. That'll be a decent 2-drop. Moving so slow, gamers. Want the zombie to go right. The zombie goes right here. The giant man will... Wait, okay. No, I should do this, yeah? Because it forces the zombie to go right. Which means it'll have the bonus from here when the giant man gets bigger. Yeah, that's great. Is that a priority? Why flip a coin? I can take the guarantee. Wait, what? Okay, well, today we learned. That sucks. So that bonus, the Monster Metropolis bonus doesn't get applied mid-resolution, which is weird because everything else in this game pauses mid-resolution to happen. Deeply, deeply strange. So if this was Magic the Gathering, I would have expected it to work that way. This is not Magic the Gathering. Oh, I forgot. I missed a jump, but it shouldn't matter here. Might even win all three even without it. Woohoo! Oh, buddy. Wow. Wow, that would have been really good. It's a damn shame someone took your sandcastle and kicked it all the way over. From a 6 setup to 4 textless cards in the middle. There might be something to these tech cards, gamers. Can you believe people were complaining that tech cards weren't good enough anymore at one point? What, gamers? Those are the same people complaining Shu Lao is too good right now, by the way. Alright, well, we're definitely going to see if we can wrap up an Infinite Ticket with this one when we get back. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause. In the meantime, in between time, thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. D-Cord would have also won that because it always hit the Jocasta. Yes. Yep, because Jocasta was the only one under 3. If you're watching on the YouTube side, make sure to hit the like button on whatever video you're watching right now. I appreciate the folks who have done that already today. I think the schedule this week, by the way, for the regulars is probably going to be about the same as what we did today. I'm really hooked on Arc Knights, and there's plenty of Marvel Snap that I want to play as well, so I think we're going to take a pause on things like Final Fantasy till next week and some of the others, and we'll do some Arc Knights to start the mornings, and we'll do Snap in the afternoon, I think. Like that split today. Reddit's been talking about wanting old Shane back. They just printed FimFang Fu. Come on now. Just FimFang. Yes, we do also have Sanctum coming back this week as well. And there's up to as many as 4 Series 4 cards in there, depending on what your collection looks like. I took a multi-year break, and coming back to the game and interacting with Reddit more, I forgot how bad that summon. You should absolutely, if you want to keep your joy playing Marvel Snap, you should block the Marvel Snap subreddit from showing up in your mentions. It is filled with people who are very bitter and want everybody else to feel very bitter as well. You will be much happier in more positive spaces. And that's not to say, for reference, that everything about Snap is perfect and it can't improve, but it is to say that, like, sitting in a space that constantly breeds negativity is going to make you feel bad about whatever they're breeding negativity regarding. Modify that to block Reddit and you'd be happier? I don't know. I guess to a degree, I think most scroll-based social media is pretty terrible. And Reddit definitely falls under the form of scroll-based social media. But I say this as someone who doesn't use Reddit at all. I think Reddit is on the lower end of offensive when it comes to how offensive scroll-based social media can be. None of it's good, but I think Reddit's less bad. I think live service stuff in general tends to be there are long-term communities for a lot of live service games tend to err on the side of toxic. Yeah, that's a big part of it. Any scroll-based social media, you really just can't let the algorithm drive for you. You have to be in total and full control over what feeds are coming your way for it to be a remotely reasonable experience. Second Merlin ain't terrible. It means any omniversals power them both up. I think that's the first time I've ever had Iron Patriot generate me a skill, and that seems super fucking wrong. That does not feel right. This is porked, yeah. Wink. Wink. Her's gonna shoe-low us, yeah? They're gonna shoe-low us, and they're gonna force the Scarlet Spider to go right, and we have priority, so we just can't do anything about it. Shao is porked. Yes, my opponent Shao is not porked. My opponent could Shao me. That's why I'm leaving. Alberto, thanks for the 32 months. So many squirrels, so little time. Really hoping for an omniversal so we can reroll this fist tower so our dog has more freedom. Come on, Merlin. I need it next turn, bud. You gave us the other two. And now I'm not gonna get a Merlin card next turn because of Asgard. Well, that's awkward. Do I Shadow King the Maverick now? So that way... Do I Shadow King the Maverick now? So that way they can't give +6. I think the answer is yes. And I'll end on Hood. Yeah, I think I end on Hood for show. Our pup's a big strong pup. He can take a hit here. Is it the biggest ones? Highest power cards here, yeah. Problem is they also have a show. Or they don't. I have to BRB here 1 second. Apologies for all these. That time wasn't directly the children, at least. My, the safety sensors on my garage door are mounted on metal brackets. So when it gets really cold, they contract and aren't lined up. So Christy just ran out of the house to take the kids to an extracurricular activity. So I had to run up and force the garage door to close by holding the button down, because when they're misaligned, the controller in the car doesn't work. Don't you hit my dog? And I accept. I'll hold the cord for now, I think. Yeah, let's make this the game, bud. Come and get me. Losing Mercury is ideal here. Am I playing this hood? I think the answer is no. Mercury's porked. She can't move. Alright, they're in the tank, so maybe they don't have Spider. Maybe they don't have Spider Show. Only have one card in hand. It's a Nico into a Herbie. Okay. Dog jumps 4 times. They can't add any points on the right, yeah? Right? They can't end any points. So I should just end my dog and all my points middle. Like, I don't think they can add any points on the right. So this moves the Prowler center and ends the dog center after a bunch. The Shao targeting. Our Shao is targeting Mercury. Their Shao is targeting their Herbie. no plays into 2 plays. Alright. Doggo dodging. That's all we want out of life. And a decent location. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Do, 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 do. I guess if they drop a 3-power thing there, we tie, which is kind of sad. Foom released after your tier list. Would you say he's replaceable and strong? Yeah, that's probably accurate. The more I've played with Foom, the more I feel like I've liked him. Well, that's a good bit of variance for the home team. I'm gonna end on Nico 2x. That way, if we top deck Shu Lao, we get to get him. The way Shu Lao and Nico 2x mode work is Shu Lao goes after or before the 2x happens. Oh, that's kind of sad though, because now I can't get rid of their Maverick before they use it. See if we can avoid the 2x my Herbie high roll. Okay. It's just this. Looking forward to seeing how we use new Shang tomorrow. What's going on, Corliss? Thank you for the 34 months. Abide, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate you helping tie the stream together. I feel like I missed a couple of these in there. Apologies, folks. Alberto, thank you for the 32. And Night Stars, thank you for the 42. Everybody's Monday and their week's off to a good start. Hope you're staying warm if you live in the United States or in the path of our current cold and snow spell. We dodged the bulk of the snow where I live in Illinois, but it is very, very cold out. Kids' schools were closed because of temperature. Friday and today. It's not going to be much warmer tomorrow, but they said we're going to be back tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But hopefully the roads will be better cleaned up by then. The salt and chemicals don't even really work that well on the ice and stuff when it's as cold out as it has been. Hey, Zoe, are you hanging out in chat? I saw your post in the tier 3 Discord. I was gonna just respond to you verbally if you are. No, you were here earlier. Ooh, What's a wonderful addition with this? And I'm gonna go ahead and Chibi Merlin's Chunga. I saw you say it took you 90 minutes to shovel your driveway and your sidewalk. I just want you to know with my little baby push blower, I did 2.5 driveways and 5 sidewalks in 45 minutes yesterday. Although you maybe got a little bit more snow than us. How much snow did you guys get? Did you get like a foot there? Looking at your picture, you probably got a little bit more than we did. We only got 4 inches, so like half a foot or so at least. Gas or electric? Electric. You got 14 inches. Wow, it doesn't look like that from the picture. Bet that's what you tell all the girls. 14 inches, even though it doesn't look like it in the picture. I got a foot in Carbondale, yep. Yeah, I'm all electric for my my utilities. I absolutely despise having to deal with small gas engines. Small gas engines and devices that you leave stationary for like 6 months of the year are an absolute giant pain in the ass. I have, I think it's the Lowe's house brand Cobalt, so the blue ones. I have a Cobalt blower, and I actually have 2 Cobalt electric mowers now because we have one out at the camper. We have some grass I have to cut there. I did a full 3-car driveway and the apron, a 2-car driveway, and half of another 3-car driveway, plus 5 sidewalks of 4 inches of snow on 2 80-volt batteries. They get pretty good, pretty good stuff. Okay, and then it's Patriot plus Mercury, and then I have Shao plus Demon. I'll leave Mercury as the last played card to give us some flexibility here. Mercury being a Shao receiver is a cool use of Shao. Yeah, I agree. We're gonna be a little bit too small on the right, aren't we? I should have counted their Shao landing there. The one thing I don't love about my driveway, Wilker, so you talk about the plow throwing stuff on your driveway after you clear it, is my driveway is right in front of a T. Like, my street goes across, and then my driveway is here, and there's a street that comes right up to ours. So, like, the plow will come out of that street and, like, dump shit right at the end of my driveway, which is a little annoying. One of those things you don't really think about when you're house hunting, and once you're there, you're like, yeah, that's not great. Although I will say, this is something I would definitely. I don't know that I'm ever gonna buy another house after this one. I'm gonna. My goal is to either die in this house like a boomer, or to live here until I move to something much smaller like a condo somewhere. But knowing the plow priority of the streets in the neighborhoods, if I were to ever shop for a house again in the Midwest, would absolutely be on my list of things to know. It worked out. It just worked out that, like, the street I live on in my current neighborhood, like, gets plowed at a higher priority than most of the other side streets, the way the neighborhoods work out. And it's very nice. Like, my street will be treated and cleared, and like almost every other street in the neighborhood will still be waiting for another day or so. My dream is for a heated driveway. I feel like a heated driveway would be a disaster waiting to happen, right? Because if it's cold enough for, like, you to want to use your heated driveway, you'd be, like, melting snow out into places where people need to drive for it to freeze, right? That sounds dangerous for the other people. And for you, too, because you have to, like, drive out off your driveway onto the street. You just, like, would have a sheet of ice on the street in front of you. Nicoing their agony into a demon of their symbiote, Spider-Man. That's a weird choice. If I don't draw Merlin, I don't have a good way to deal with this hood body, but I think that's fine. Well. Mighty fine sandcastle you got there, opponent. Sure would be a shame. Whoa! Holy. What are they doing over there? buddy. I feel like if you're gonna juke off the Baxter building, you should just bail out, yeah? I actually don't mind the full juke off. I think they're just supposed to play for center. Glad to have won at least part of that flip. I'm pretty sure this deck is card for card, something we played Shao release week. Werewolf by Night just continues to be one of the most fun cards to play in Marvel Snap. Yellow Jacket really is such a fun inclusion in here. It's a card that lets you get those extra turns in for Shulao nicely, while also being a free on reveal to play with Werewolf by Night, which makes Prowler even better, right? Because it lets you go Werewolf into Yellow Jacket on 3, getting that move in, and then Prowler can play out on 4, letting you get those zero-cost tools that then give you a ton of efficiency and even more flexibility with your Shulao down the line. And then this deck has all the best interactive cards in the game right now. Shadow King and Cosmic Ghost Rider and Deafening Chord, really just like this trifecta that gives you counterplay into basically anything in the game at the moment. All right, gamers, it is almost 4 o'clock here in the cornfields. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon. I think we're gonna run a little bit later. Tomorrow is the game plan to we're gonna run a little bit later tomorrow with the new card coming out, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap today. I think the plan is we're gonna do some more Arknights Enfield tomorrow morning to start, and then we'll do Snap through the afternoon with the new card release. So we're just gonna do that pretty much every day this week. Appreciate everybody that hung out all the way through the end, and I hope your Monday's off to as warm a start as it can be. Peace, folks.